What's up, people? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
She looked me dead in the eyes and called me a bitch. When I asked her what she called me just to make sure, she repeated it and looked me dead in my eyes and said, "You are a bitch. Drink the coffee."
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Man shares his experience and fight with his woman. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
We was arguing. And at some point in the argument, she looked me dead in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. It took me a minute to process. No woman has ever called me that before.
Yeah.
Like no one I was talking to or dating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait. I was taken back. I'm like, what you just say?
And that's different because that's not, man, you did some shit or, you know,
Right.
looking you in saying you're a.
That was very intentional.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, what you just say?
Yeah.
You a
Mm.
bro, I've been in plenty of situations with, women I was dating. I pissed them off.
Yeah.
If anybody could have called me that, it could have been my son's mom.
Yeah.
She never once.
Yeah.
Like it's a respect thing that all women have for me. I just feel like I don't even look like you can say that to me.
Yeah.
But she did.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I ain't lash out, I ain't lose my temper, whatever. I did lash out. Wait, I definitely turned up a little bit, but I ain't, it didn't get violent. And what I did after that is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
I told her exactly how this was finna go because we was actually out of town, like on vacation when this shit happened.
Yeah.
On
I'm like,
vacation?
yo, when we get back, this shit over with. I don't need to talk to you no more. I don't need to. Like I was.
On vacation is a crazy place to get into that type of a heated argument because you could just leave, but if you're on the other side of the world, it's challenging. Let's keep listening.
Stern. She saw a different side of me because I'm not an argumentative. I don't. So she finally saw that version of me, and then I laid it out like how shit was finna go, and right then and there, she got super apologetic because it wasn't no big. It was. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
This over with, regardless of what. As soon as this is it.
Yeah.
And normally that wasn't like our first trip. Normally when we get back, stay at her house or whatever. We on the way home. She's like, when we get back to the crib, like you staying with me because it was late and I got a long drive. I'm like, no, I'm going home and I'm done. We get back to the crib. She takes I think she took my bag or something. She instantly walked into her house or whatever, so I had to follow her. But I went in, grabbed my stuff. And now she went into her room and like started to like get undressed or whatever. Right. She came back out. I'm fully dressed with my shit in my hand or whatever. She like, you finna go? Why do you think I'm playing? Mm-hmm. Like that was a strong deal breaker for me.
Listen. It is very important that beforehand there is an understanding with any woman who you're pursuing a relationship with that the name calling thing, cursing each other out, is a place where none of you go. And I'm not saying that there's couples out here who don't get into fights and curse each other out. We see them all the time. The question is, do you want that in your life? Do you want that type of disrespect happening to you? Because the truth is, for most women, they will treat you how you let them treat you. Chances are, even in this situation, as I'm listening to my man talk here, she may not have called him a B before that, but she got close. A woman just doesn't wake up calling you a B out of nowhere. It starts with a little bit of disrespect. Then maybe she is cursing you out, F you, you're an idiot. All that name calling, cursing, attacking you instead of attacking the problem, it all just allows a little bit of more disrespect until you get full on disrespect. And the fact that she was willing to look at him and repeat it in that moment showed that she truly meant how she viewed him. And disrespect is just one of those things that, as a man, hurts your ego, your pride, and is very difficult to recover from. Let's keep listening.
I'm out.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing you can do if you do have a deal breaker is if somebody crosses that shit, you have to leave because of what you're indirectly saying if you don't.
Okay. Which is?
You tolerate disrespect. You don't have any boundaries.
Absolutely.
I can get away with this. This is cool.
True.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to have no long list of shit. You ain't got to be a stickler, but you should have some things where you need to figure that out about yourself. Like what don't you want to tolerate?
Yeah. A boundary without a hard consequence is a suggestion. Like, I'm just suggesting that you don't call me.
Right.
But if you do, I'll stick around.
All right, that is that. Shout out to Roses Are Dead. I believe that's the name of that podcast. So the truth is, for most women you're going to deal with today, you're going to have to show them that you're the type of man who, if they cross your boundaries of disrespect, you're going to have to show them that you're willing to walk away. And there are women out here who've never run into a man who has shown that type of discipline and self-control. Because in that moment, when a woman curses you out like that, what she wants is for you to start acting up. And I mean, start cursing her out. And for you to get emotional and get tied up in the situation. Some men will start breaking down and crying. I can't believe you called me that. Now she's able to put you in that same category into somebody who can't control themselves, disrespect. Very rarely, especially the more attractive the woman is, does a woman run into a man who says, hey, I meant what I said, and you're not going to disrespect me again, and actually walks away. And some of these women who have done that in the past have ruined an opportunity to lock a man down for marriage and have showed that man a side of them that they maybe weren't aware of. There are also women who are married to a man because he stood by his principles and values. And she said, you know what? I disrespected him one time when I was younger and never again. He's the only man who showed me that he could walk away. You guys would be surprised just how little men are able to walk away when women violate them to this extent. In some cases, the disrespect is so bad that there's no chance. In other cases, they come back and they think, whoa, okay, I can never cross that boundary with this man. And that's in the case they, work things out. Listen, as always, we keep it real here on the Coffee Pod and add nuance to every discussion, no matter how much you do not like the coffee. Let's see what these comments have to say. This female commenter says, the fact I smiled at this, something might be wrong with me. I don't know. Probably. Here's another person that says, I need to hear her side of the story. Okay, is this what's going to happen here? Here's another woman who says, he definitely looks like someone can say that to him. Yo, they're disrespectful. Here's another response. And this guy says, and it looks like you eat too much. Damn. Yo, Franco. Somebody else here says she stood on business. So these chicks are over here applauding that behavior, disrespectful. Somebody else here says, I just want to know what he did. Another chick here says, that means she lost complete respect for him. Trust me, once a woman gets to that point, there's no going back. This is very true. This is very true. Here's another comment that says, her repeating it is crazy. Another chick here added, he will never forget that woman. Okay, maybe not. But why would you want your legacy to be one of toxicity? Why? Why do you want to leave that type of imprint on people? Granted, I understand, man. The dating market is a traumatic place where people have exes and they want to make sure they stick it to them. But to take pride in men looking back at you and being like, wow, that's the most disrespectful woman I've ever met in my life, and taking pride in that is crazy. There's nothing to be proud of about being so toxic that you run into men and disrespect them at this level. Somebody else who says, y'all asking what he do. If what he did was so bad, why would she want him back once he set his boundary? You know why sometimes women will cry and beg for you to come back, especially when you play it cool? It's because they want to find a reason to be upset at you. Let me explain it this way. If she doesn't cry for him back, now she has to sit there and think, wow, I effed up. I acted out of character. This is my fault. And he's actually gone. Here I am by myself. What did I do? Is there something wrong with me? No matter how much they try to act, it eats them alive. But if they cry, it's, wow, you couldn't forgive me. You couldn't just let it go. Wow, but you did this and I forgave you. That's her way of flipping the script. Here's somebody else who says, LOL, these comments are crazy. And it also could be that on top of all that, she's thinking to herself, hold on, did I just mess up an opportunity to actually be with this guy? And might have realized that that's exactly what she did. And because of her lack of self-control, her disrespect, she couldn't cooperate with that guy. And the thought of going back to the bitter streets, which are definitely cold, was overbearing. Listen, of course, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments and thoughts down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.